Thank you, listeners and affiliates, for making the FishyFins.com internet radio network a success.
Look at her. Holy cow. So we just landed about 150 to 65 pound tarpon. We're now floating to revive her, running her through some water.
Experts selling the only pedal kayaks with a reverse, pedal forward or backwards. Need a paddle fishing board, SUP, or kayak? You need Westwall Boats.
Well, it's turning out to be a beautiful Friday morning. Well, it's beautiful other than the clouds, the overcast, and the rain that's coming, but it's still beautiful. I had a great morning, got to talk to some fantastic bait shop owners here locally. We got Captain Jack Charters, Englewood Bait House on board. Really nice people. I have to apologize. I wanted to get out there a little bit earlier before I spoke to Jack on the phone and get some photos and video. I mean, they've got everything there. They've got bait and tackle, they've got charter boats, they've got party charter boats, they've got fishing charter boats, they have all kinds of other charter boats, backcountry, backwater fishing for snook and reds. They have boats that'll take you offshore, so if you like to go offshore, get out in the Gulf a little bit. I mean, just a fantastic end-to-end, full-service charter and bait shop. And so I really wanted to get in there and get pictures of their boats and of their store and signs and stuff like that so that you could see it while we were talking to them, but I just didn't get a chance with the rain and everything else. Kind of hard to get out there with photo equipment and camera equipment and not worry about ruining it all. Whew, I need more coffee this morning. But I did get to talk to Jack on the phone. Real nice guy. Gave us a little fishing report for Lemon Bay and the Englewood Beach area. If you're ever on your way out to the beach, they're on the right side on Beach Road when you get past McDonald's, where you turn off there on McDonald's. And just before the first bridge on the right, you can't miss it, Captain Jack's Charters and the Englewood Bait House. And they're at 1450 Beach Road, Englewood, Florida. You could call them at 941-475-4511. Email them charterfish@comcast.net, and you could also contact them on their VHF. They stay on channel 16, so if you're offshore and you need to talk to somebody here on land, you can contact them on channel 16. So we're going to do a little meet and greet, get a little fishing report from Jack out there in Lemon Bay and Englewood Beach. We're also going to be talking to TNT Shrimp and Seafood. They're at the base of the El Jabin Bridge. A little bit closer to us down here, and get a fishing report for the Mayaka and the pier out there, and just see what's going on along Honga Island. And he's got Tippecanoe Bay and Charlotte Harbor there, the north end of Charlotte Harbor. So we'll be talking to Tim here in just a little bit. And also I'm going to give Chris a call here this morning and find out what he's catching out. I know he's been out fishing all week because I haven't been able to get a hold of him, so he's out there fishing. And a lot of times he likes to keep it on the kibosh, and then he comes back with a bunch of great pictures and stories and stuff. So I'm going to have to give him a call and price some fishing stories out of him. So we'll be back in a few minutes. We're going to go through our local bait and tackle shops and get a fishing report for Friday, get you ready for the weekend. We're going to try to get D&D and Matt Lachey and Captain Robs and Cape Coral, get them on board for next week. And by the time we're at the end of next week, we'll have a nice end-to-end all around Charlotte Harbor, from Englewood down to the Caloosahatchee River, a nice end-to-end fishing report for you. So we'll be back in a few minutes, and we'll get started with Friday morning's fishing report.
Fantastic. Well, everybody, we're with Jack over here. They're at the Englewood Bait House. If you're on your way out to Englewood Beach, just before you get to that first bridge on the right side, you can't miss them. They've got bait, they've got tackle, they've got boat charters. Really nice place, and even better, they got great advice on fishing. And I'm here with Jack this morning. I just want to ask you, Jack, now you're right over there on Lemon Bay. My guess is you got some really good fishing going on inland, that whole area right now. What you got happening over there?
Well, right now they're getting on the pier. They've been catching mangler snapper, a few sheephead, occasional ladyfish and stuff. That's right across the street from us.
Oh, very nice, very nice. So they can get bait right there, go right across the street, start fishing.
Absolutely. And in Lemon Bay, I've had several reports of guys getting some slot-sized redfish, keeper size, and some snook that are oversized. Having a lot of fun catching them. But not too many keeper-sized snook. Most of them are too big.
That's not so bad. It's well worth the picture and the fun, that's for sure. I'm up here at Charlotte Harbor, a little bit close to the Peace River, so we get into them snook up in the mangroves, and we get some keeper sizes down here a little bit. But you get up there in the Blue Water, Lemon Bay, and up around that whole Minnesota Key area, just huge fish, beautiful fishing up there.
Yep. Well, right now the water's warming and they're starting to move down toward the passes and moving out on the beaches and stuff like that. There'll be a lot more of them. Of course, that'll be when the season ends, but it's still fun to catch them.
Oh yeah, that's what keeps the locals here. Once you move to Florida and you live here, you know it. Once that warm water moves in, the big fish come in. The bait fish just go crazy out there. But let me ask you this, Jack. You guys sell bait there now? You've got live shrimp and all that kind of stuff ready to go. Some bait fish, stuff like that.
Absolutely. We have live shrimp most all the time. Pinfish have been a little bit tough to get here lately, but we normally carry those also. And when tarpon starts coming in, we'll should have little tarpon crabs, past crabs they call them, available also, seasonal,
Oh yeah, very nice. In fact, you guys do charter boat dailies, half days, stuff like that too out there?
Yeah, we have a head boat they call it. It's fixed to a person for 6 hours. That runs offshore, grouper and snapper fishing. We also have a guy that does back bay fishing, tarpon fishing along the beaches.
Oh, beautiful.
Passes and several other charter boats that also work out of here.
Well, I tell you what, I talk to a lot of people that come down here from up north, and whether they're moving down or just down here on vacation, and there's nothing better you could do than contact one of the local charter captains, get out there, they'll put you on fish, they'll give you a little lesson on what to use for bait and how to fish the bait. So, you really can't beat it. When you're going to the local bait and tackle shop and find out about charter fishing, you just got to get local, that's for sure.
It helps, you cut you a lot of shortcut for you. You'll know how to do it when you go out on your own boat.
Well, that's just it. You just can't come down here and know the waters. Worst case scenario, you end up going in someplace on high tide and getting stuck there for a while.
Yeah, there's lots of shallow waters around here, for sure.
That's just it. You get into Lemon Bay and some of those, where the mangroves run up, and you really got to get tied into the mangroves to get some of those nice, like you say, slot fish, the keepers. And you get in there too tight and you don't know the water, you might end up getting stuck there for a while. But yeah, that's great, Jack. I sure do appreciate it. Now, again, Englewood Bait House, are at 1450 Beach Road, Englewood, Florida. The phone number over there, and give them a call, find out what they got, their office hours or their business hours, what kind of bait they got available. It's 941-475-4511. And, again, they do bait, they do charter fishing, they've got some great advice, they've got, ice soda, get you ready to go, get some gas there and get out fishing. So it's a great place to stop in. Jack, I sure appreciate it. We just kind of want to do a quick hello and a meet and greet. But if it's okay with you, I'd like to stop out next week sometime and just do a little video out there to add to our radio network. That'd be real cool.
Absolutely.
I sure do appreciate it, but I know you got customers coming in, so I don't want to take up too much of your time. So, I'll stop out and talk to you, and we'll get another show going here, get you on next week.
Okay.
Hey, thanks a lot, Jack. Have a great day, bud.
All right, bye.
Bye-bye.
Well, we sure appreciate it, Jack. We're going to get back out there next week, get some photos, video done, and next time we talk to him on the phone, or maybe even get an interview while we're there and talk a little bit more about the charter boat services he has, some of the captains, maybe even talk to a couple of the captains out there, find out what's going on the water with them. But we sure appreciate it. I'm going to be back here probably this afternoon, and we'll do an afternoon update. We're going to get a fishing report from TNT, Bait and Tackle. They're at the base of the Elgin Bean Bridge, and so we'll be back in a couple hours this afternoon and check back in with you. So we'll see you in a few. Well, it turned out to be a wonderful Friday. It was pretty cloudy today, so it kept it cool. It kept it pretty mild out. It's always nice to have some clouds overhead. We're getting into that late spring, summer pattern where the rains come every afternoon, and that hot sky, that hot sun just fires up the thunderstorms. So we're seeing that happening. But it's a beautiful Friday. It's 4 o'clock in the afternoon on the 18th, and had a great day. We got to talk to Captain Jack's Charters this morning. They're over at the Englewood Bait House. That's on 1450 Beach Road. over in Englewood, Florida. Can't miss them on your way out to the beach after the McDonald's. They're right on the right side just before the bridge. And I had a great conversation. They got some fantastic bait there and have some fish hitting all over Lemon Bay, as you just heard. As a matter of fact, just played that clip. And also got to talk to TNT Shrimp and Seafood. They're over at the foot of the El Jabin Bridge. I talked to, I believe it was Tanya. I'm really sorry about that. I should have actually asked what her name was. I believe it's Tim's wife, Tanya, I talked to. He was real busy to have customers in and out of there all day long. But have some great fresh bait. Great advice she gave. Get in there early tomorrow. So if you're going to be buying bait, if you want the hand-picked shrimp, got to get in there early because they go quick. And they have some really nice shrimp, nice bait. She was talking about a new chum that they're selling also. That's like an all crab chum. Should be fantastic. You could buy it there frozen, ready to go. Throw it in your chum bag and let the fish come and get it. So it was a great conversation. We sure appreciate it. TNT Shrimp, they're coming up right now. I'm going to play their clip now. And I had a great conversation with, I believe it was Tanya. I'm really sorry if it wasn't. That's so sorry of me. I'll tell you right now, I should have said, hello, who is this? But no, I just started talking because I yap a lot. But I sure do appreciate it, TNT Shrimp, and we'll get in touch with them again next week. We're going to go running around next week with a high-definition video camera, and I'm going to stop out at Captain Jack's Charters and TNT Shrimp and a couple other businesses around town and get some nice video and pictures and just have some conversations we can get on our radio network. That kind of stuff really works. I love it. Love talking to the locals. Love getting local and finding out what's going on out there. So I sure appreciate it. We're not going to wait any longer. We're going to go to TNT Shrimp, get a fishing report for El Jabin, the Myakka River, and that whole pier area up there on the Myakka. So we sure appreciate it. We'll be right back.
Bait you guys have available?
And the El Jabin's pretty hot right now. Cobia's in, some sharks and snook, and all some pretty good fish right now.
Well, I'll tell you what, everybody's saying that with the warm water moving in now in the Myakka, up the Myakka, the Tippecanoe Bay area, I mean, it's just, everybody I've talked to said fish are all over the place out there. I was coming through there earlier and I took a ride over there on the pier and took a walk out there just to see what was going on. And I'll tell you what, there was a fellow on the end there. I thought he had a big drum on the line, and he got it up there by the time I walked up. It was the biggest sheephead I think I've ever seen in my life. And
yeah, the sheephead's still in right now, and then the black drum. Here a couple weeks ago, Spanish mackerel had come through.
Oh yeah.
Like I said, the cobia. And they've actually caught some tarpon up in the harbor, a little bit further down and stuff, but they have hooked on a couple of them. So it's fixing to be time for sure.
Oh yeah, very nice. Yeah, I've heard about that too. Even the tarpon out there around the artificial reef, just all over the place.
And sharks like crazy around the reef right now. Smaller sharks. I haven't heard of any big ones being caught, but...
Well, the small ones, I like the small ones. They're the fun ones. We eat those ones. The big ones, they get kind of tough to eat.
Ones.
So it's
yeah. But everybody that comes in is telling me about catching cobia. I mean, I even caught one 2 weeks ago, so they're there for sure.
Beautiful, beautiful. What kind of bait you guys got selling? You're selling over there?
We're selling tarpon crabs, and we've got shrimp. We don't have any pinfish right now. I think Dad may go out on the boat sometime this weekend and try to gather some up.
Oh, very nice. But you do have the tarpon crabs, huh?
Yes, we do have tarpon crabs.
Oh,
yep.
Very, very nice. Matter of fact,
and the redfish is good too. I've heard of a couple people hitting some reds, so they're pretty good.
I'll tell you what, the crabs are really doing good this year. Everybody I've talked to, they're either using the whole crab out there in the blue water and the deep water, or they're breaking them up and using them inland here. And I'll tell you what, everybody's saying they're doing great on crab this year.
Yeah, the redfish really like crabs. They had that redfish tournament up in Punta Gorda, I think at Lashley Park here a couple weeks ago, and we was the only one that had tarpon crabs, and we was selling them like crazy. And another thing that I was selling them was, we got this new kind of chum in. It's 100% crab.
Oh, wow.
I mean, it's just all crab, and it really works. That's what I had chummed up that cobia on.
Oh, very nice, very nice. So now, what does that come in? Is it frozen or is it in a can?
It's frozen. It's in like a little box, and it's frozen, and then you just throw it over in a chum bag, and it goes off a little bit. It's really good. I really like it. It's a new taking, and I don't go fishing without it now.
Well, I tell you what, once you kind of get something that works, you stick with it. I'm that way. We're creatures of habit,
Yeah.
So if it works, and I caught a fish. Matter of fact, I caught a snook last year on a purple lure, and I used that lure to death. I didn't catch a damn thing on it for the rest of the year, but I kept using it anyway. Because if one snook butted, there's got to be another snook out there, right? So,
Yeah.
But
The snook are really good right now up in the river. We had a friend went out the other night during the lunar eclipse.
oh yeah,
He
yeah.
caught like a 44-inch snook.
Oh, very nice, beautiful.
Yeah, it was nice.
Beautiful. Matter of fact, you catch something like that on, you better have some heavy tackle too, because you got a fight on your hands.
He was right. He was on the boat on the other side of the bridge.
Oh,
So,
okay, yep.
yeah.
Beautiful. I like
So
that
that's
area
what's
too.
going on here.
Well, it's I tell you, that's a great report. Everybody I talked to that's getting up in the Mayak in that area really doing well. And so this is TNT Bait and Tackle. They're right on the foot of the El Jabin Bridge. And they've
Yes,
got,
sir.
yeah, you guys got great bait. As a matter of fact, I'll tell everybody that's listening, you got to get there early because they are packed. Everybody knows there's good bait there. And I went in there last Saturday and I couldn't even get in the parking lot. There were so many people there. So they got great bait.
And if they want hand-picked, they got to come early for sure. We've had some hand-picked shrimp, and they sell out real fast.
Oh, sure. Yeah, well, they're beautiful. I've seen them. I mean, they're just nice sized shrimp, so they're definitely quality bait. As a matter of fact, it's really a family business. So all the bait that these folks get, they know the people getting the bait. They're either related to them or they've done business with them for the past 20, 30 years. So just great stuff. But, well, I sure do appreciate it. I'm not going to take too much more of your time. I know you got customers. And I'm going to try to get out there myself. If I can get in the door, I'm going to buy some bait tomorrow and do a little fishing on the pier.
Awesome.
I sure do appreciate it. Now, and tell Tim we said hi, and you all have a great weekend and a wonderful holiday.
You too. Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you. Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye.
Well, we sure appreciate it, TNT. That was a great fishing report. If you're out there in El Jabin, you really can't miss. Stop in there and get a little bit of bait. Go right across the street to the pier and start fishing. Great location. Even if you're on a boat, pull up to the pier, jump off the pier, grab your bait bucket, run up there and get some bait. Really worth it. They got great, good sized bait. Get there early if you want the hand-picked shrimp. They're going to be packed. I guarantee it. I'm there in the mornings, and Saturday, Sunday morning, forget about it. Everybody, they know the bait's good. They know it's quality, so everybody's there early. So make sure you get there early, get your bait, get out there and do a little fishing. Thanks again, TNT, again at the foot of the El Jabin Bridge, 941-625-5367. Give them a call. I believe they're open 6 to 6. And find out if they got bait, what they got, and what time they're open till, and how the fish are biting. Thanks again. We'll talk to them again next week. And I sure do appreciate it, everybody. We're going to be back tomorrow. Scott Larson's going to be on with me. We're going to be talking about some great baits, actually, some great new baits, some soft baits, some lures, also some other fishing equipment products, out rigging. So we're going to have a great conversation with Scott in the morning. And I want to let anybody know, I did get a couple of calls about advertising, banner advertising on our radio network. We're not going to do any advertising outside of our hosts. So, always check with the hosts first. We have hosts that are all, not all of them. We have them marked that way that are pro staffers. So we do advertising, we'll do banner advertising for anybody who sponsors any of the pro staffers that host shows on our network. So if you want to, do any advertising here at all, just contact anybody that we have as a pro staffer listed right on the left side of the channels there. And it even says pro staffer right next to their name or right beneath their name, and contact them and make arrangements for them to represent your product and to work for you as a pro staffer. And then we'll of course advertise on our network your product through them. And they actually keep it on their radio show. They'll talk to me about the product, stuff like that. But now if you're not, if you don't have a pro staffer that is on our list of radio show hosts, we will not do any marketing with you. We do reserve that. We really want to support these guys. They do great work out there. It's very hard work. It's hot out there. I'll tell you what, in Florida, when you're out there in the Gulf, you're out here on these estuaries, and come the summertime when that sun is beating down hard on you, I'll tell you, it is work. I've even heard guys say, boy, they got it good. Even the commercial fishermen, they get to go out fishing all day, and it's nice. It is a wonderful thing, but it's a lot of work. You're out there in the sun, you got to wear protection, you got to wear some kind of a sunscreen, and so you're wearing long sleeve shirts in the heat, or you're worried about sun cancer. So definitely we want to support these guys. So if you want to do any advertising, we definitely would love to have your money. We definitely love to do business with you. So contact any of the pro staffers that we have listed there and let them know you want them to you want to sponsor them so that they can use your product. And they'll definitely represent your product here on our network and present it to the general public here. We do have a lot of viewers, a lot of listeners. It's quantifying quickly I couldn't believe actually we had, I think, about 1,000 people a day after the first week of broadcasting, and now it's just doubling and doubling quickly as we add people on and add shows on. So it's awesome. We reach a lot of people. We'd love to have your advertising. Our pro staffers that host, they're not our pro staffers, I shouldn't say that. The show hosts that are pro staffers, woo, would love to do business with you. So give them a call, let them know what product you have, and they'll check it out. And if it meets their criteria and they like it and they want to have you as a sponsor, we'll definitely have your product on our network. So I appreciate it. We'll be back tomorrow morning with a great fishing report. I'm talking to Chris Taylor tonight, Coach Chris. We're going to get a fishing report from him. He's been on the West Wall. The man lives on the West Wall. And so he's been out there doing a lot of fishing. We'll get a great report from him and find out what's going on with Scott Larson. And I hope to see you all out there fishing. And please remember, you see a guy on the boat, he's got a camera, he's got a big fuzzy mic, he's coming your way. It's just me, so be cool, and I would certainly appreciate if you would give me a great fish story. Y'all have a great night.